This video is brought to you by Drama Fever. Sign up now for a 1-week free trial and get access to full seasons of The Bachelorette and more feel-good romance from around the world. Some moments on this reality show can be unbearable to watch.
Oh, hey guys. Oh, no? That's cool.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most cringeworthy moments from The Bachelorette. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the most embarrassing, uncomfortable, and awkward moments from the US version of The Bachelorette. Number 10. Chad and Evan's fight. By the third episode of JoJo's season of The Bachelorette, the audience was in shock that Chad was still around. From their view, it was obvious that he was this season's villain, as he terrorized the rest of the guys while out of JoJo's view.
You're gonna die if you don't chill out.
This guy was clearly a loose cannon, and after a group date that was supposed to be lighthearted, he attacked one of the other guys and then punched a door, claiming that it, quote, got in his way.
We're all in good fun, bro. Like, seriously. Like, we're just trying to have a good time.
This whole thing was embarrassing to witness, and we were thankful that he was sent home at the end of the next episode.
What happened?
The door walked into the way of my hand.
Number 9. Allie confronting Justin.
You know, Justin, I think it's been especially difficult for you because you probably really miss your girlfriend in Canada.
If you're familiar with Bachelor Nation, you know there's always going to be a contestant with a secret. In Allie's season of The Bachelorette, it was revealed that Justin, aka Rated R, actually had a girlfriend back home in Canada.
What are you gonna do, just walk off without talking to her?
You, straight up.
As soon as she tries to bring it up to him, he says, "I'm out," and attempts to avoid a conversation with her in the most ridiculous way.
Justin, you seriously gonna walk away from me? You're gonna go out like this? This is how you want to be perceived?
Justin trying to escape from Allie by heading into a restaurant and the door being locked was just the cherry on top of this cake. Him hobbling around climbing over bushes with his foot in a cast was especially painful to watch.
Justin, you're gonna regret this. Believe me, you'll want to talk it out.
Number 8. Ian showing his true colors.
I feel like you're here to make out with a bunch of dudes on TV.
Well, he surely thinks highly of himself. Ian turned on Bachelorette Caitlyn partway through the season, telling her that she wasn't, quote, deep enough for him.
I really see you as a surface level person at this stage. I wonder if you're really that shallow, because I don't see anything beyond the surface.
She was understandably offended by his snobby attitude, as he made it clear that he was not the nice guy he had tried to come off as.
So you don't think I am here to find a husband?
Not from what I've seen.
As he's driving away in the limo after they mutually decide that he should leave, he goes on about what a great bachelor he would be.
I am not as deep of a person as you are. It doesn't mean that I'm surface level and that there's not more to me than you know.
Okay.
Lines like, quote, "I'm being punished for being an intellectual," are just pure reality TV gold.
I'm being punished for being an intellectual. They didn't teach cheesy movie quotes at Princeton.
Number 7. The Soulja Boy rap.
What's up, Soulja Boy?
Let's get it, Des. Let's go.
We're betting that Soulja Boy regrets taking part in this mess. In the second episode of Desiree's season, the gang puts together a little rap video on one of the dates. We almost have to cover our eyes while watching this one because it's just so painful. Whose idea was this date anyway? By season 9, had they run out of better date concepts? Also, considering everyone participating in this train wreck is white, this also seems kinda racially insensitive with a little bit of perspective. Number 6. Emily tells off Kaylin.
One of the guys in the house referred to Ricky as baggage. Who? Kaylin.
Emily was known during her season as one of the sweetest and kindest bachelorettes. But when someone spoke a negative word about her daughter, she was not above throwing down over it.
I want to go West Virginia, hood rat, backwoods on his ass.
The audience at home already knew Kaylin was a total jerk, but she became fully aware of it when another one of the guys told her that Kaylin had referred to Emily's daughter Ricky as, quote, baggage.
So, is there anything you can say to say, no, I didn't say that?
No, not at all.
Then get the out.
Emily is understandably furious and dramatically asks Kaylin to leave after giving him a serious talking to about what it's like to be a single mom.
All I was trying to express was that I always dreamed that my first child would probably be
Your
one of my own.
mom you're from a single mom.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing that disappoints me the most.
Number 5, when there were 2 Bachelorettes.
This is different.
Yes. I'd say a little, yeah.
We know by this point that the producers of this franchise will do anything for ratings and for the sake of being able to call something the most dramatic premiere in Bachelorette history. But even by those standards, this was taking it a bit far.
How are you?
Good. You look absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
And I'm so glad that it's you standing outside here tonight.
Season 11 started with 2 Bachelorettes, and the guys got to vote on which one would actually stay.
So, I'm gonna go tally the votes, and I will let you know who the Bachelorette will be, and unfortunately, who will be going home. So I'll see you guys in just a minute.
Any small semblance of feminism that exists on this show was dashed when they put the power back in the men's hands, leaving Britt in tears when she found out that they chose Caitlyn.
I'm still grateful for the experience, but I almost wish that I hadn't met them.
Number 4, DeMario's ex showing up.
I'm putting my personal life out here, right?
Correct, definitely.
So,
definitely,
if you have nothing to hide, then
yeah.
I would like for you to just talk to me right here.
Like in many seasons of Bachelorette's past, Rachel had to deal with a guy who had some unfinished business at home.
She is right now.
I have messages saying to you, we've been dating for over 6 months and I haven't met your friends or family.
Yeah.
What's going on? And you saying, I know it's nothing to do with you, it's who I am. I promise you I'm gonna try harder.
In this episode from season 13, DeMario's ex-girlfriend shows up, claiming that they never actually broke up. The whole situation seems a little fishy, but Rachel is put in an awkward predicament having to deal with this woman who arrives during one of the dates to stir up trouble.
I'm listening to what you're saying,
Correct.
and I want you to understand that you don't make sense.
Okay.
I don't know her, but to be honest, I don't know you right now either.
DeMario is clearly hiding something, and Rachel has to watch him lie right to her face.
I'm not here to be played. I'm not here to be made a joke of, which is what I feel like you're doing right now with me. So I'm really gonna need you to get the out.
Number 3, Nick's question on after the final rose.
At the end of the day, that's all this comes down to. Like, there was nothing wrong that Nick did. There was really nothing wrong between our relationship except something else was more right.
While viewers never actually get to see what happens in the fantasy suites on the overnight dates, it's sometimes heavily implied. In season 10, Nick and Andi chose to spend the night together, only for it to be thrown in Andi's face on after the final rose.
It's hard to hear that, you know.
Andi ended up sending Nick home, and so he asks her why she, quote, made love to him if she wasn't in love with him.
If you weren't in love with me, I'm just not sure why you made love with me. I don't.
First off, Nick, you should probably know by now that sex doesn't always equal true everlasting love. And second, this was a totally inappropriate thing to bring up on live TV.
Well, first of all, I think that's kind of below the belt. I think that's something that should be private and kept private.
Number 2, Casey's tattoo.
When I was flying in the helicopter over this amazing city, I looked to my left and never saw something so pretty.
One of the craziest contestants in Bachelor history has to be Casey from Ali's season of The Bachelorette.
I'll see and find a rose. Yeah, it's pretty intense stuff.
With his singing, his constant reminders that he was there to protect Ali's heart, and just his general demeanor, his entire time on the show was pretty cringy.
I don't have a tattoo on my body, but I'm gonna do it today because everything that I said to Ali, I meant and I felt.
But to top it all off, he went out and got a tattoo to represent his and Ali's relationship, which left her pretty dumbstruck.
I actually got a tattoo.
She could tell that he was possibly unhinged, so she sent him home almost immediately.
Your mom's gonna kill you!
Number 1, the roast date.
Nick's got muscle, it's true, but you take that away, and what do you get? Bentley.
The idea of the guys having to roast the Bachelorette for a date could have been fun and playful, but several of the contestants decided to hit below the belt, leaving Ashley in tears by the end of it.
Ashley, I just picked up your, sorry.
Making negative comments about her chest size. This is the sort of thing that could fly in 2011, but honestly wouldn't be put on TV today.
William, your jokes around the house are starting to fall kind of flat. Almost as flat as Ashley, but not quite. You're actually the first girl I've ever dated with a smaller chest than me.
Will played into Ashley's insecurities that the guys weren't really there for her by implying that he had hoped he'd be dating Emily or Chantal.
I mean, I thought I was signing up to be with Emily or Chantal, and then Ashley's here. Really? Who gives a
There is no doubt that this is the most uncomfortable moment in the show's history. This video is brought to you by Drama Fever. Sign up now for a 1-week free trial and get access to full seasons of The Bachelorette and more feel-good romance from around the world. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.